Hey everyone, we have big news coming out of the Harry and Meghan world. It seems that lots of big outlets are reporting that Netflix is going to cut ties with the duo. We're going to be talking about that today and more, as well as their recent Colombia trip. Stay tuned. In 2020, Harry and Meghan reportedly signed a multi-million-dollar 5-year-long contract with Netflix to produce thought-provoking, engaging content. Since 2020, only 3 projects have come to fruition. The Heart of Invictus, which talks about a very important story of disabled veterans, and feeling fulfilled again through the Invictus Games. Unfortunately, this didn't reach the top 10 on Netflix. It's a great story, but not a lot of people resonated with it, unfortunately. It didn't do very well on Netflix. The third thing that they did was the Live to Lead series. And honestly, this was something that the Archwell Productions company bought and then added some talking heads of Harry and Meghan into. It wasn't very creative. It did not do well. The only commercial success they've seen with Netflix so far is them talking about their life in the royal family. And genuinely, I think people are interested in what it's like to be a royal, what it's like to be around the monarchy. And there's heavy criticism around it. Clearly, it's kind of car crash TV. Now that Netflix is pulling out, what's going to happen to their finances? Are they going to survive? Hi, I'm Hannah. Welcome back to The Swish, where we talk about classical femininity and an elegant lifestyle, where we analyze royal trends, traditions, and lifestyles for an elegant and inspired life. Don't forget to click below and subscribe. We are so close to 10,000 subscribers. I can't believe it, y'all. I started this channel seriously in May, only a few months ago, and I really am just loving this community that we're building of people who love classical femininity and elegance. When we hit 10K, I'm doing an extremely big, really big, you have no idea, giveaway, and if you're subscribed right now, you'll get all the details, so just click subscribe below. All right, so the question is, when are Harry and Meghan going to run out of money? So let's break it down. Spotify dumped them last year, so they are not able to be making money from Meghan's podcast. That was a multi-million, I want to say $10 or $11 million deal. And now Lemonada Media has pushed out any type of launch with Meghan Markle till 2025, and I could not imagine that a small Lemonada Media would be able to pay them the same way that Spotify was. So they already are taking a pay cut there. We also know that the Archwell Foundation has not been bringing in the type of money that it did when it first launched several years ago. Initially, $12 million was donated to the Archwell Foundation when they first launched. Last year in their report, only 2 people donated, and even then, it only equaled about $2 million. That pales in comparison to what they were getting before. Harry is set to receive a trust fund on his 40th birthday coming up in just a few weeks, but knowing how they run through cash, I can't imagine that it's actually going to be sustainable in their lifestyle for very long. And now, of course, with the Netflix opportunities falling through potentially, that's going to be a significant pay cut to them. And who knows how long they'll be financially viable. Reports are saying that the king is very concerned about the finances of Harry and Meghan, but it's their own fault at the end of the day. And the way that they're spending money is very concerning. And one way we've really seen that is on the Colombian tour. I wish I could have covered this more. I've been on vacation with my family, but let's talk a little bit about the amount of money that was spent on the Colombian tour. Now that the Colombian tour is done and over with, we are able to add up some of the prices on this trip, and it's been concluded that Meghan spent over £90,000 on simply her wardrobe for this trip. In dollars, y'all, that's over $120,000. It's a ridiculous, inordinate, ludicrous amount of money on clothing. I want to know, where is this money coming from? I'm sure they have some investments, but things must be really running dry. And also, why wear this kind of clothing in Colombia? Now, if Meghan is really in a financial crisis, one thing she really should consider is lab-grown diamonds. So I think this would be a great time to share with you about Ana Lucia Diamonds, who is an amazing partner to royal channels like ours, and she's working to make luxurious diamonds accessible to women all over the world. And she does that through lab-grown diamonds. I have never heard really much about lab-grown diamonds until I met with Ana Lucia and she told me more about them. But they are molecularly the exact same as natural diamonds. They're much more eco-friendly and they are much more financially sustainable. So she has some amazing designs. She was featured in King Charles's book by Robert Jobson. If you know, he just wrote a book on Princess Catherine, which is amazing. Ana Lucia was reached out to by the palace to be featured in this book about her diamonds. They're absolutely brilliant. She designs them all herself. Absolutely gorgeous. Today I'm wearing this cross necklace from her. Also, his little heart. Look at this, his little bracelet that I love. This is Diamond Girl. She does amazing work. It's absolutely beautiful. If you are looking for something that is going to be beautiful and elegant and luxurious, but you don't want to break the bank, this is a great place to look. They are exceptional quality, very, very beautiful. She's been so sweet to give me 20% off of diamonds using the code SWISH20. That's it, 20% off of diamonds, y'all. So use the link in the description. Go find something for yourself, for your friends, for your loved ones. Maybe not something that Meghan Markle would wear, something beautiful and elegant. And I'm so thankful for her partnership. I'm excited to share more pieces with you. I have a giveaway coming up, and Ana Lucia has something to do with it. So make sure to click the link below and go check out Ana Lucia Diamonds and support a business that the royal family loves. So first of all, why are they there? Well, the vice president of Colombia apparently listened to Meghan's story on the Netflix documentary, and as a Black woman was very struck by it and decided to invite Meghan to Colombia. I'm just floored by this reason to invite someone simply because they're Black and have struggled. That seems like an odd reason to invite someone, but I think more than that, it probably was a very good PR opportunity. I would not be sitting here talking about the vice president of Colombia, or even really honestly, frankly, know who that is, if Harry and Meghan had not been invited. Now, they've chosen Nigeria just a few months ago to set out some sort of royal tour. No one really knows what they're doing there other than PR opportunities. Now, normal celebrities have some sort of venture or idea that they are trying to push when they are going on events like this. Maybe it's a movie premiere, maybe it's a new line of clothing, maybe it's a new foundation. But with Harry and Meghan, they just seem to go wherever they're invited. Anyone who wants to have them, they will go. Now, again, I've talked about this. This is really the difference between a celebrity and a royal. Celebrities are famous because they are themselves, for the most part these days. There aren't a lot of talents or things that go along with them. Royals have something that they are representing. They actually can help with soft diplomacy. They can engage in a way that political leaders can't. And they represent the entire country on royal tours. I'll never forget in the Nigeria tour, they played the national anthem for Harry as he walked in, singing to his father, God Save the King. It's a very odd dynamic because they're acting like they're on a tour, but they're not. So as much as they want to get press, they want to control the narrative. And they did this by only inviting one reporter on the tour. And can you guess where this person was from? Harper's Bazaar. That's right. They weren't even a bona fide journalist. They weren't from the New York Times. Not that that even is a bona fide journalist these days. But they actually only brought one person who was a fashion analyst. Basically, was a fashion blogger who recorded and syndicated all the information that people needed to know for every single day and sent that out to the media. All the images and the news that was released on the Archwell website, or was just still images or silent videos. It's all very strange. They're very much trying to protect the narrative. Now let's talk about Meghan's clothing. Initially, y'all are gonna hate me. I saw several of the outfits and I actually kind of liked them. Some of them. Yes, hear me out. Her hat, I think, was really great. I actually liked some of the colors on her. I liked her hair. It seems like she's copying Princess Kate. She's now worn the same style 3 times in 3 different dresses, similar to something that Princess Catherine likes to do. I don't know if this was an economical decision, a financial decision, or if this was something that she just really liked this style for some reason. But she still had that ill-fitting, wrinkled look to her, unfortunately, that has become a trademark for Meghan Markle and made me concerned for her future as a brand ambassador. £90,000 for clothing is absolutely atrocious. That's more than the salaries for an entire year for many people right now in these economic crises. It's completely out of touch, first of all. But frankly, it's just irresponsible in the situation that they're in. Meghan has worn a particular Cartier necklace several times recently. We've seen it at most all of her events. I think she must really like it. However, it costs $13,400. It has a nail style, which personally I don't find very elegant or beautiful. I think she must really like it for some reason. And I cannot imagine spending that much money on a necklace. I recently discovered, I had to fact check this, they had 3,000 police officers there to protect them or route traffic because of their appearances in Colombia. It just blows my mind that it's 3,000. That seems like an incredible amount of police officers to protect them from who? I'm not sure. I think they think that the biggest people that they have a problem with are online bullies. Riddle me how 3,000 police officers can help you with online bullies. They had snipers. They had a bioterrorist van following them all around, and all of their events were exceptionally private. None of them had a walkabout where they met people, where they were public in the public square. None of this. And I think not only is this because they are trying to push away any kind of criticism, but frankly, y'all, no one showed up. It's actually very sad to me that they've fallen this low, that they go to another country and no one wants to see them on the rare times that they actually make an appearance. Now, this was at the cost of the Colombian government about $2 million US. Now, I wonder in those circumstances, what does the country of Colombia receive in response to a $2 million investment to Harry and Meghan's arrival? They weren't paying for it. So what does the Colombian government get out of this? Well, we're all talking about them. They get PR in that way. But I don't believe that this is bringing in any new tourism, any new opportunities, any diplomacy for them. If anything, unfortunately, it's bringing criticism. And it's highlighting the economic devastation that's happening in Colombia. Of course, the US and the UK have warned people about going to Colombia, and that's been highlighted over the last few weeks of this tour. Colombia has had horrible economy, so I can't imagine how spending $2 million would actually be a great financial decision for them. So I know that Harry and Meghan didn't pay for their security. See how because they've done a few events with Archewell, they could consider this entire thing to be a tax write-off, so they actually didn't pay anything. But what did they get out of it? Well, they get PR, they get press, and maybe somewhere they get some sort of connection with a foundation that will give them money. In their Archewell filings from last year, they reported that they are working 1 hour a week, every week with Archewell. I have no idea what their other initiatives are. Maybe it's Meghan's cooking business. Maybe it's her future clothing lines. Who knows what she's coming up with? There's nothing more to talk about with American Riviera Orchard. It's still just a blank landing page. Who knows? Unfortunately, I think they're going to run out of money very soon if they aren't careful. And their foundation isn't making any money to pay them back. What do you think? What's your projection on when they're going to run out of money, unfortunately? And what country do you think that they are going to go to next? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Of course, go check out Andalusia Diamonds in the link below. Remember, 20% off of diamonds. You cannot find a better deal anywhere else. She's an amazing woman. She's one of us, and I'm so grateful for her partnership. So click below and go watch another one of my videos when you're done with that. I'll see you next time.